What's going on, everybody? The Hair here, not to do a sports podcast or a sports interview like my followers are used to seeing. This is actually a tutorial video on how to sync your podcast YouTube audio with your podcast YouTube video. This is something that is very complex for some of us, especially the beginners, even for the intermediate people, so even sometimes the advanced people that are trying to get the perfect match with their audio syncing. And it's difficult. It can be difficult for us. This is why I'm making this video, and I found out this perfect, easy, ridiculously easy way, because we all start off with we're that guy or that girl that props up our phone and we record a podcast with our buddies. We want to be the next Joe Rogan because he's the biggest podcast in the world, and it's fun, it's entertaining, we have a good time, we laugh about it, and then some of us never do it again. Then some of us, like myself, we continue doing it. And we start having fun. We get a couple followers, we get a couple likes, and we get a couple comments. We start thinking, oh, this is awesome. Let's invest in it. And usually when you invest in it, you invest in a camera. And that camera can be DSLR, it could be a camcorder, it could be a GoPro for that matter. And then in my case, it was a camcorder attached. I attached a shotgun microphone to it, that popular Rode one that a lot of people seem to get. And you think, oh, I made it. Have a great camera, have a great shotgun mic, and now I'm good. Then the more you look into it, you see Joe Rogan, for example, they have microphones in front of their faces like I have in front of mine now. And you start thinking, you start noticing, man, their audio is way better than mine. It's because of those darn microphones. So then I obviously think, well, I've already invested in everything else. Let's get a microphone. I'll plug it into my camcorder and good to go. Turns out it's not that easy. I look into it. There's condenser mics, and they don't have a 3.5 millimeter jack. Like I thought a 3.5 millimeter jack ruled the world. I was very wrong about that. It has something called an XLR connection attached to it, and I'm thinking, XLR connection? What's that? What's XLR? What am I doing here? And so I get an XLR cable, and it has to be male to female to connect to the proper part. And because they have an XLR connection that goes from XLR to quarter inch, which is a lot bigger than a 3.5 millimeter, which is again it just starts getting very overwhelming. But once you get over that hump, you do the right amount of research. You get there's audio interfaces which you connect these devices to, the microphones and the XLRs. Or in my case, I have a USB Mixr, which to me works a lot better than audio interface. A lot of people may argue with me about that. I don't care because this works for me. People say it's too intimidating, has too many buttons on it. I like that control. Whatever. Again, you can use either or, audio interface or USB Mixr. So you connect the XLR cables to that, and then you connect that to your computer. So now you have to have your audio software, which I use Audacity. There's GarageBand. There's a couple out there. So now again, to sum it all up, it sounds crazy than before when you were just shooting with your buddies on your phone. Now it's your camera, and then you're having your audio file, which is your condenser mics, your XLR connections, your audio interface or mixer connected to your computer. You got to mix all that together, sync it all, and hopefully it comes out perfect like Joe Rogan, right? So the way it is, once you have all that said and done, all that figured out, you go to your editing part. And this is if you have Powerdirector Pro. I believe it's 13 and above. Mine's a couple years old, and we're in 2020, and it still works perfectly with what I'm trying to show you how to do. So basically, you have your audio file from Audacity or whatever, and then you have your video file. You put that into Powerdirector Pro, and it's at first you're trying to match up those heart rate lines that I'm looking at right now, and you're trying to make it perfect. You're trying to align it. I've seen a bunch of comments, people being frustrated about it. I was frustrated about it. People doing videos that you can zoom in on them, so it's easier to see and sync. And if you have that Michael J. Fox hand, it's very, very difficult, and you're trying to get it perfectly. Okay, that's not cool. I'll take that out. Bad joke. So you're trying to fix it. You're trying to line it up, and it doesn't always come out perfect. You're very frustrated at this point. You're thinking, I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's good enough. With this though, this makes it seamless. This makes it idiot proof, makes it dummy proof. This means the three clap rule that I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on, that, oh, that's the easy way to get your audios to sync. You don't need none of that. I don't do any of that anymore. I basically drag both files, the video file, the audio file, into Powerdirector Pro, click these few buttons, and it syncs by itself. It's amazing, saves so much time. It makes me love doing this again, because I wanted to give up, like I'm sure a lot of people did too. That's why they search stuff up. This was a lifesaver. If you've made it this far in the video, I'll stop rambling. You can check out what I do now, and hopefully it helps you out. Hopefully you love it. If you do love it, please subscribe, leave a comment, say you love it, say thank you, or you can say, I wear too much gel in my hair. You can say you hate my hair. You could say my t-shirts are too tight. Whatever you want to say, I'll take it. Without further ado, check it out.
All right, here we are. If you've made it this far, congratulations. This will be the best and fastest part of the video. So without further ado, here we go. You'll go ahead and grab your video file, drop it down in the first slot, then grab your audio file, drop it down in the second slot. If you've noticed, I'm being super sloppy. I'm not trying to line anything up, being reckless, just a bad person. So you go ahead and click the first file, let go of the clicker, of course. You hold the control key now. This is very important. You hold the control key, then you go ahead and click the second part, which is the audio file. Now they're both selected. You notice they're both highlighted in blue now. So now you go ahead and you notice that sync by audio has popped up. Sync by audio, this very magical key that's going to save your life and make your life better, to be honest. So you go ahead and click that. You go ahead and let the program do its thing. Takes a little bit, and it's almost done. And now it did it all on its own. It's very smart, so much smarter than us. So if you want to see the results, drag it anywhere, and you go ahead and hit play and see how I sound.
Because we all start off with, we're that guy or that girl that props up our phone and we record a podcast with our buddies.
Okay, so you hear that? I'm extremely echoey. Of course, the way to remove that is you take off the audio from the video portion, you remove that, and now all you have left is the good audio selected. So now if you hit play, let's hear how I sound again.
We want to be the next Joe Rogan because he's the biggest podcast in the world, and it's fun, it's entertaining, we have a good time, we laugh about it, and then some of us never do it again.
Okay, so there you go. Now everything is seamless. The audio is perfectly synced with my lips. Everything's perfect. It's as perfect as you can get than you trying to struggle manually with the mouse. That's pretty much it. This will save your life. This will save you all kinds of time. Now with that extra time you have, go ahead and be productive. Go ahead and start working out, plant a tree, help an old lady cross the street, do whatever you gotta do. Other than that, like, subscribe, comment. This is the hair. I'm out.